roses are red and violets are bluish. If it wasn't for Jesus, we'd all be Jewish.
So what is Shabbat?
What is Shabbat?
What is Shabbat?
Shabbat is a day of rest.
Too late to light the candles.
Too late to light.
It's really too late in real Judaism.
Yes.
No,
Just
no,
fake.
that's
Yes. Yes.
real.
You do not light fire.
Orthodox. After
sunset.
Baruch
Amen.
Lecho dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat mikabla. Lecho dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat mikabla. Shomor v'zachor v'dibor echad Shianu el me'echad Adonai echad u'shmo echad Shem v'tziferet v'tila. Lecha dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat mikabla. Lecha dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat mikabla.
It's a conservative traditional Shabbat. It's not that we're so observant that we observe the letter of what's come down over the centuries. In the old days, if you violated the Shabbat, you got stoned to death. We don't do that anymore.
So this is how Jewish people influence regular Americans. Let's see it.
What do you want me to do?
Let's see the tattoo.
You're on the wrong side.
Oh.
Okay?
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm teaching that.
There you go.
And that says red socks. That's red socks in Hebrew.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushana b'mitzvoto v'rasa avanim Shabbat kachal v'ravatzon hin kilanu zikyonu ma'aseh v'reishis ki hu yom tehillah l'mikrei kodesh seger sias mitzrayim.
Kivanu v'chavta, otanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha, v'yahava u'rotzon, hinchaltonu, Baruch atah Adonai, v'kadesh ha'shabbat. Amen.
That looks like a nice Jewish meal.
Potatoes, which they never had in Poland, and chicken.
Very Jewish.
Spiced up with Montreal spice. Because we're quite an eclectic group here. Nicole, so what is it about chicken soup that you like?
Well, my mom used to call it Jewish penicillin.
So we have it every week?
We have it every week and whenever you get sick.
And it's really good.
It's really good.
Just want to show everybody that in the Jewish religion, at the end of the meal, the men sit down at the table and all the women do the work.
Yes.
And there they are, not sitting down. 70 years you've been doing the work, clearing the dishes off the table for Shabbat. In the kitchen doing all...
Nobody. Wait, how
Why are you sitting down?
So I am violating the gender role right now. So do you think that since we're not so strict that this has something to do with influence of American culture?
Well, of course. American culture is a secular culture by and large.
Why do we celebrate Shabbat?
To celebrate the freedom.
The freedom of what?
For the Jewish people to have whatever they want to do on
that's
Shabbat.
Good. Yeah, that's true. And so, what's your favorite part of Shabbat, Zane?
Bim bum,
Very sweet wine.
bum, bim 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 bum, bim.
Challah.
The challah. Do you know why we celebrate Shabbat?
Somebody who's not grown up in the Jewish tradition, how do you feel about it?
Oh, that's
Well, you know, I probably am answering from a place of a lot of tradition in my family being a Christian, and I've grown up in the church. And to me, the rituals of church and of God are parallel. I look at it as, we're doing very similar rituals to what I've grown up with. So to me, it just feels good. Julie today said, well, thanks for coming to Shabbat every week and, blah, blah, blah. And I said, I've never once not wanted to go. In fact, I've probably been the one that bugged her to go, So because I like the tradition, and I like worshiping God in whatever way it happens.
And Shabbat to me it's conflicting, because on the one hand it's all about relaxation and a nice meal with your family, and on the other hand it's at the end of the week and all you want to do is just lay on the sofa because you're exhausted.
So why are there 2 candles, Irvin?
Well, I thought it was because it represents the polarity, the male and the female. Because in the Jewish religion, there's a lot of it, people talk about it being a very male-orientated religion, but there is Shabbat, when we sing the Boi Chala, it's welcoming the Sabbath bride, and the bride is a female element. So I'm thinking that bringing together the male and the female, even Stan's candelabra here has a male and a man.
Did you get that on your...
Yeah, look, it's got a man and a woman together.
That's the symbology of Shabbat right there.
Yeah.
Tell us why we rip the bread instead of...
Oh, I told you, instead of the knife being the symbol of violence, and Shabbat's all about peace, so you break bread. But it's a very old custom from the Middle East to break bread. I mean, many cultures have it. They don't talk about cutting bread, they talk about breaking bread.
Yeah.
So, Joycey, what does Shabbat mean to you?
Shabbat is a beautiful day of rest, a day of family, a day of learning, a day of peace, a day to celebrate each other and friends and relatives.
Being the younger generation, what does Shabbat mean to you?
Shabbat is a time, I guess older people would tell you that Shabbat is a time for family, time to really reflect on the week.
You guess they would tell you that.
I think this is what the older generation would, but I think for the younger generation it means something different. Shabbat is something that keeps you from parties when you're younger. So it's sort of like a street program,
That's right, because it's on Friday night.
Yeah, it's like an inner-city street program, keeps kids off the street. That's what Shabbat does for Jewish children, so they can't go out and see your friends. So it's really actually, it provides a certain amount of authority for a young Jewish teen to rebel against.
The 4th commandment was honor the Sabbath and keep it holy, and that took hold, and that's why we have Shabbat to this day.
Right.
So what do you think they would do? Would they go to the church to rebel or something?
Who do?
I don't know, some young Jewish teen.
Like I said, I think that... Okay, so Shabbat serves many purposes. If you don't have anything to do on Friday night, you've already got your meal there. But, Shabbat is useful in a sense because it gives you a normal to deviate from. And, as a young person, deviation is a really normal and healthy part of life.